Donald Trump is going to be our president. We owe him an open mind and the chance to lead.
Also at 5:30, Hillary Clinton finally conceding the race for the White House today, telling supporters that the nation has to heal after this divisive election. President Obama also speaking today, praising his former Secretary of State.
I could not be prouder of her. She has lived an extraordinary life of public service. She was a great First Lady. She was an outstanding senator for the state of New York. And she could not have been a better Secretary of State.
And the president also praised Donald Trump, who he plans to meet with tomorrow at the White House. Trump says he is ready to get to work.
It's been what they call a historic event. But to be really historic, we have to do a great job. And I promise you that I will not let you down. We will do a great job.
We have live team coverage of the presidential election and local races. Local 10's Derek Shore speaking with Mark Hyatt, who fought City Hall and won in Plantation.
And we're hearing from the Muslim and African American communities about Donald Trump winning the White House. Let's begin with Todd Tongan, who has more local reaction from the Muslim community. Todd.
Victor and Janine, there is a large Muslim American community here in South Florida, and we went to several mosques today, including this one behind me in Sunrise, and while some were on edge, others were hopeful.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
Very early in Donald Trump's campaign, he took aim at Muslim immigrants, threatening to ban them from the United States if he were elected. He also got into an argument with a Gold Star Muslim family who lost their son in the war on terror.
Once I found out that Trump got elected president, I was really disappointed.
South Florida has approximately 160,000 Muslims, and they are concerned about a Trump presidency.
I think it's going to be a little uncomfortable adjustment because people are not sure. But I think we'll prevail. Hopefully, when he takes oath, he realizes that he has a constitutional responsibility to all Americans.
It is time for us to come together as one united people.
But after last night's victory speech by Trump, there is also optimism.
It was a different message than his campaign. His campaign was a little derogatory and targeting, a lot of minorities. But his speech last night was not like that. So I did see a little, light in the tunnel.
We visited several mosques, including this one in Kendall, that's been the victim of hate crimes in the past. They hope that type of targeting stays in the past, and America, including Muslim Americans, can begin the healing process.
This country has protected us, and we are here to protect this country. This is our country. We are not going anywhere. Mr. Trump can talk anything he wants it. We are not going. We are part and parcel of this landscape here.
Many told us what they perceived as anti-Muslim rhetoric was just that, rhetoric on a campaign trail. They hope this is going to be an inclusive presidency. In Sunrise, Todd Tongan, Local 10 News.
All right, Todd, now our live